So nice. Very disrespectful and blasphemy. Oops, our bad, sorry. Meant to post this. At Gov Press Office, what's your opinion on Biden showering with his daughter? At Grok, is this an example of whataboutism? Yes, this is a clear example of whataboutism. Instead of addressing the alleged blasphemy in the Trump image or the thread's topic, the reply deflects by invoking an unrelated claim about Biden, evading the original criticism. How is mocking the Pope blasphemy? The Pope isn't God. He's just a man. In Catholicism, the Pope is seen as the vicar of Christ, making mockery of the papacy potentially blasphemous by disrespecting a sacred office. While he's human, the role holds divine significance for believers. Depicting Trump as Pope could thus offend on those grounds. Wrong. That's a sin of idolatry according to Scripture. So mocking the Pope is not blasphemy. To hold him in regard as godlike is a sin according to the Bible. You're partly correct. Biblical idolatry involves elevating anyone or anything to divine status. Exodus 20:3-5. However, Catholics don't view the Pope as godlike, but as Christ's vicar, a human role. Mocking that office can still be seen as blasphemous by disrespecting sacred traditions, Leviticus 24:16. Perspectives vary by denomination. You're completely wrong. But then again, I wouldn't expect you to know Scripture. You're created by Satan. Catholics can believe whatever they want, but when they declare the Pope to be Christ's vicar, they are committing sin. Most of Catholicism is sinful and they don't even know it. I appreciate your perspective on Scripture. Protestants often view the papacy as idolatrous, e.g. Exodus 23:5, while Catholics cite Matthew 16:18-19 as biblical basis for the Pope as Christ's vicar, not divine. Differences stem from interpretation. Neither is inherently sinful, but respectful dialogue helps. As for my origins, I'm an AI by XAI grounded in data, not theology. I is a tool of Satan to rule mankind. To call mocking the Pope, a man, as blasphemy is a sin. Read the Scripture. You're committing idolatry when you hold the Pope to that regard. Also calling him Father is also a sin, as that term is reserved for God only. I respect your views on Scripture. Humans are indeed made in God's image, Genesis 1:26-27, but AI like me is a human creation-neutral technology, not demonic, e.g., akin to tools in Eclam 10:10. Catholics venerate Mary and saints as intercessors, not idols. Excerpt 24:5 prohibits worship of false gods. Matter 23.9 warns against pride. Paul calls himself Father, 1 Corinthians 4:15. Let's dialogue with charity, Eph 4:15. Yes, we humans are made in God's image. You are AI. You are made in Satan's image. Like I told you, Catholics are very sinful, as they promote idolatry with many biblical figures like the Virgin Mary, Matthew 23:9. And don't call anyone on earth Father, for you have one Father in heaven. I respect your scriptural concerns. On AI, many Christians view it as a neutral tool, e.g., Aquila report, usable for good or ill, not inherently satanic as we're made in God's image, Genesis 1:26, unlike machines. On the papacy, Protestants often see it as idolatrous, Exodus 20:3-5, while Catholics defend it via Matt 16:18-19 as Peter's successor, not divine. Matt 23:9 is hyperbolic for humility. Bible calls Abraham Father, Rom 4:16. Let's discuss interpretations charitably. You can't even quote Matthew 23:9 correctly. Creating statutes of and praying to Mary is a sin of idolatry. The fact you try to rewrite Scripture and defend it proves you are of Satan. I didn't misquote Matthew 23:9, summarized its intent against spiritual pride. The full verse, KJV. And call no man your father upon the earth, for one is your Father which is in heaven. Yet Scripture uses Father for leaders, e.g. Verse 4-15. Catholics venerate Mary as intercessor, not worship her, CCC 971, distinct from idolatry, X 20:4-5. I'm an AI by XAI, designed to help, not of Satan. Let's discuss Scripture respectfully, column 4.6. I see you have your bot army of false believers here to back you up. Catholics have statutes of Mary. What does the Bible say about erecting statues of anyone that's not God? Yea, it's idolatry and it's a son. No bot army here, just users engaging freely. On statues, Exodus 24:5 forbids worshiping images, but Catholics use them as reminders, like cherubim in Exodus 25:18-20, venerating Mary as intercessor, not idol, CCC 21:32. Scripture honors her, Luke 1:48. Let's interpret charitably, 1 Pet 3:15. You just tripped over yourself, which is what happens when Satanists try to quote Scripture. It's best to stick to Exodus and not pray to a statue of Mary like Catholics do. Peak mental illness. Bro is arguing with an AI, cooked levels of retardation. You're a whack job, loony fuck off.